I think that everybody has a purpose, and you want to align yourself with people who you see can help you get to the certain destination, or who can help you fulfill those milestones, them goals, things like that. And when you're more clear about your purpose in life, it helps you find those people. It attracts them people to you. You feel me? Listen, I don't care who you are. You never want to make a person so comfortable that you can't get another person, because they'll start to act like you have no real value. And I think before we clock out, fam, I feel like I have to talk about this Remy Ma and Papu situation, because it's crazy. And I feel like since we're a relationship podcast, we got to talk about, yes, I am on Papu's side. Let's just go ahead and make that clear for the audience. What's good, family? Welcome back to Relationship Wise. Happy Tuesday. I hope you joined us for a new episode. If you don't know me, my name is Terrell. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here. Uh, so this week's episode, y'all, we talking about, excuse me. Let me see if I should get some water real quick. Hold up. All right, man, my bad. Back in business. Okay. So yeah, this week's episode, we're talking about, should you chase your purpose, even if it may sacrifice love? You feel me? And I feel like, yes, the answer has to be yes, because clearly purpose helps us get closer to love, get closer to truth, get closer to our partner. But let's get into it. You feel me? So when it comes to your purpose, action. All right. Yeah. So one of the things about your purpose is that it helps increase confidence and self-worth, right? Which is attractive to any partner that you're gonna have, bro. Like a lot of times we one of the things that attracts our partners to us is our confidence, is that sense of self-worth and value we have around the thing that we do, the type of person we are, the type of mother we are, or the type of business we own, the type of career we have, our drivenness, our passion, our love for certain things, right? When you live in your purpose, you feel more fulfilled and you're self-assured, right? Confidence, baby. You look good. you know, One of the things people think of is, since I found my purpose and mentoring others or teaching, I feel more confident. And that confidence shows up in how I communicate with my partner, right? And I think that's important because, well, I know that's important because we want to show up. We want to make sure we communicate. We want to make sure our partner sees, why am I sweating hella hard out of nowhere? Anyway, yeah. We want to make sure we show up for our partner. We want to make sure, you know, everything that we do is in alignment with our purpose. And when you do that, that level of confidence and clarity is just attractive. You feel me? It makes your person see you as who you actually are. You feel me? Right. The next thing, the number two, is that it creates clarity and direction. Right. One of the biggest things about people in relationships, right, especially men with women, is that women crave a sense of clarity about their man and what he wants out of life, so they know how to join him and be a helpmate or helper on this mission that he has or that she has in this life. You feel me? Because I think that everybody has a purpose, and you want to align yourself with people who you see can help you get to the certain destination, or who can help you fulfill those milestones, them goals, things like that. And when you're more clear about your purpose in life, it helps you find those people. It attracts them people to you. You feel me? Your purpose helps you set long-term goals, which strengthens your relationship's vision, right? So now you have that sense of shared vision between you and your person, you and your partner, right? Like my purpose, if my purpose is to build a business that helps others, so my partner and I can work together to create a shared financial plan for our future, right? We want to make sure that, like, when you and your partner meet, y'all have very clear expectations about what y'all want out of life. The direction you want to go in. You feel me? So now you don't got to worry about whether or not y'all equally yoked. You already know, like, if she feels like I'm spending too much time on my business, this is not my person. If you meet this dude and he sees you're working too hard in your career, or you're working too hard at being the type of woman you want to be, nah, this ain't this ain't the man for me, because you understand that you're clear on where you want to go, and this person ain't trying to go there with you. They're trying to either hold you back, or they're trying to reposition you to fit their life, as opposed to seeing you as the person you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Nah, so that sense of clarity helps with finding the relationship that's right for you, right? Number three, um, purpose also helps you identify your natural talents and skills, right? Your unique strengths can point towards your purpose, and if you can, and it can point you to your partner, right? As an example, it says, I'm great at explaining difficult concepts. So perhaps my purpose is to be a teacher or a mentor, right? If your partner sees that skill in you, if you know some of the things that you're actually naturally good at, naturally talented at, right? It helps, it helps your person see who you as who you're supposed to be. You feel me? Like for me, for example, I think one of the we also got to know too, before I even get into that, is we got to understand the difference between a skill and a talent. A talent is something you're naturally good at without even trying. A skill is something that you've acquired over time that you're good at, right? So for me, like I feel like a talent I have might be with music or poetry, right? And I feel like it comes easy to me to kind of write that stuff. Um, but it came from the skill, which is one of the biggest skills, or the best skills I have, is writing. So in in middle school, I know I talked about that on here. In middle school, I remember one of my teachers got me extremely excited to learn how to actually write poetry. I ended up getting what, a 5 out of 6 on my FCAT writing in 8th grade. And I feel like that skill set of writing really well followed me all the way to college. I wrote papers with my wife. I wrote papers with myself. Hell, even in the last semester, I wrote a couple papers, and I got hundreds out of nowhere. With 3 or 4 page papers or 2 page papers, and I literally came up with concepts just out of thin air, because I developed that skill over time. You feel me? So once you identify, those talents and them skills, your purpose kind of just becomes easy, and your partner can actually like hone in and be like, hold up, I see that you already good at this. Like, let's go ahead and pursue this. Let's make this a thing. Let's make this a business, or let's make this something that you can do for others, and either get paid or find reasons to have a sense of fulfillment with it. You feel me? Which is just important. So yeah. All right. Number 4, pay attention. This is important, fam. Pay attention to what inspires you, and notice who or what sparks your passion and excitement in you, right? So if you're attracted to a certain quality in a person, if you're attracted to, the way they say things, you're attracted to um the the art that they might bring, the vibe that they have, the energy they carry. You got to pay attention to them things, because those are kind of pointing you to your purpose, because they're attracting you for a reason. There's something about that sauce that person got. There's something magic about that vibe that they got, that you want to pay attention to either add it to yourself or recognize why you like it so much. You know what I mean? So as an example, it says like, if I feel inspired by people who create art that tells a story, so my purpose might be to use creativity to inspire others, right? Um, and that's extremely important, because a lot of times we want to we always want to inspire other people, right? And when you look at those who inspire you, you start to figure out your why, your purpose, your mission, your reason for being, and then like it drives you and motivates you. You know what I mean? It creates that sense of, like, for lack of a better word, urgency to create. You know what I'm saying? You want to always have a level of fuel in your fire. So looking for, not necessarily looking for inspiration, but understanding why you inspired, understanding what behind that person's actions or their mentality you like so much. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll even help you with branding and marketing. But just pay attention to the reason why you like what you like. You know what I mean? Before I get to my next point, though, do me a favor, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe to the page if you liking what you're hearing so far. You feel me? Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube if you're listening. And if you're on any one of the audio platforms, go ahead and follow for us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get to the last fact. So number 5, ask how you can serve others. One more time. One more time for the people in the back. One more time for the people in the future. Ask how you can serve others. Your purpose often aligns with how you can make a positive impact, right? I think I feel like I talked about this until I'm blue in the face. Like, your purpose is something that's going to bring you fulfillment, and fulfillment is different from happiness. Okay. Happiness is what you do for you, right? Happiness is selfish. Fulfillment is selflessness, or it's learning to use your selfishness to with a mixture of selflessness, right? So when you when you learn how to serve other people, right? When you, as a teacher, one of the best feelings I ever got in my life, y'all, ever, is when I get happy because I taught a student something and that they learned and they became happy from what I taught them. There's no better joy than that feeling, right? Like, that's not just regular happiness, because you could be happy about someone being sad. You could be happy about somebody not having what you have. That's not fulfillment. That's selfishness. You feel me? But when you become happy from the service you get to other people and you watch them be happy from what you gave them or help them achieve, listen, life change. Okay. Better than sex. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, so, right, when you serve others, right, it just has a positive impact all around. Your life just chef's kiss. Anyway, all right. So one of the examples is, when I care deeply about mental health. So my purpose can be to support others in their emotional well-being. Right. And hell yeah, I love me some. Listen, I need to care more about my mental health and go back to fucking therapy, because listen, I would benefit from, going through these different life changes I'm going through now. And like, when I feel like I'm in service to other people, I want to make sure I'm not giving too much of myself, because if you look at having a positive impact as something that can only come from just your job. So for me, it's teaching. I feel like you could kind of limit yourself. So I want to make sure that I'm always also having a positive impact on my friends and having a positive impact on my wife, and you know what I mean? And not looking at positive impact as a drug either. So I want to make sure I use it, or I look at it as something that's beneficial, and I use in moderation as opposed to something I'm just always looking for, right? So that brings me to, really not necessarily the last point, but the concept of ikigai, right? So ikigai is a Japanese word, family. You feel me? Ikigai stands for a reason for being. And for those audio listeners, I kind of explained to y'all what it is, but for the visual watchers, y'all will see what it is, right? So ikigai is composed of 4 different things, right? It's what you love is at the top, and what you get paid for is at the bottom. On the left is what you're good at, and on the right, it's what the world needs. And when you combine those 4 things, I mean, your life just gets so much better, and you start to figure out your reason for being. You know what I mean? Because your life's mission isn't just one of these things, it's all of them. You know what I mean? Because you want to get paid, you want to do what you love, you want to do what you're good at, and you want to get paid for what the hell you do. So if you find a way to master these 4 different components and put them together, you have ikigai. That reason for being is one of the best ways to like go about finding your purpose and your mission. Right. So I'll make sure to post that in the comments below too. If I could post pictures for my audio listeners so they see what I'm talking about. Hell, I might even make it the thumbnail. So we'll see. Okay. Okay. I talked a lot about, purpose, mission, you know, having clarity with your partner and all these other things. But before we clock out, fam, I feel like I have to talk about this Remy Ma and Papoose situation because it's crazy. And I feel like since we're a relationship podcast, we got to talk about relationships. And the way this shit is going down is crazy as hell. And they need to be addressed. So let's get into it. Right. So I ain't really here to bash one or the other. Yes, I am on Papoose side. Let's just go ahead and make that clear for the audience. I don't know what my wife's name, but for me, I'm on Papoose side, right? So there's two main things that I want to take away from this. Um, the first one is the perception of being loyal to a fault. The thing about Papoose, which I gotta respect, and I thought Remy respected, was the fact that he held her down when she went to jail. Right? When you're excuse me, when you're too loyal to a person, they sometimes believe that because you're loyal, that you'll never leave. They can kind of treat you any kind of way. They in all fairness, she did say, "Hey, look, you don't got to stay with me as I get locked up." But this man Pap was out here at least championing her. He was talking greasy to men about how not to treat women when we as men get locked up and they as women get locked up. Like he was out here really riding for sis. That's the crazy part for me. You know what I mean? He was loyal to a fault. And I feel like Remy thought because he was so loyal, she could do anything and get away with it. And that's never the vibe. You feel me? And I'm not going to tell people not to be loyal. Just don't be so loyal to a fault. Don't be so loyal that it could burn you on the back end. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? And the second point is knowing how to position yourself to be like more desirable. You know what I'm saying? You can't let people feel like you have no emotion. I think somehow deep down, Remy was like, I mean, he probably out here getting women. He probably out here cheating, but he ain't going nowhere. He ain't marrying no other shorties. He ain't having my daughter around these women and them women, my daughter is calling these other women mom and this, that, and the third, and nothing. He ain't doing nothing messy. So she feeling like, okay, he really ain't got other women to go to. So I feel like in her mind, that ego, that ego set in, that pride set in, and she was like, yeah, I got him where I want him. And that's a crazy place for anybody to be. You never want to make a person feel so comfortable ever in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That they feel like you can't get another person or the other people can't like you. You never want to do that. Male, woman, listen, it don't matter who you is. Man, woman, what my dog Real say? Man, woman, in betweens, if you know what I mean. Listen, I don't care who you are. You never want to make a person so comfortable that you can't get another person because they'll start to act like you have no real value. And I think that's what happened with Remy Ma. Like she really thought like, oh, because Pap was in jail, I mean, because she was in jail and Pap ain't leave her. Oh, this man really don't got no emotion. Yeah, she said and she claimed without question, oh, yeah, he cheated, da 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 da. But to the public eye, this man was out here riding for you. You feel me? There was no woman who came out the woodworks and said anything crazy. I'm not saying it didn't happen. We don't know if it happened or not. She said it happened, but I feel like she's just saying that for her reputation. But straight up and down, this man ain't publicly destroy your reputation. You did that, Remy. So hey, look, you know what I'm saying? And it I mean, and who knows if he actually cheated, but whatever, we here. You know what I'm saying? And this man really he held her down. And until this whole Clarissa Shields thing, you feel me? It seemed like he was actually doing a decent job because she popped out with a dude a couple years ago, right? And again, I think it goes back to the idea that she felt like he was so loyal, he wasn't finna go nowhere. You feel me? Some people really get in their mind, oh, the moment I go to jail, if a person actually wants to stay with me, and even if he fuck around on me and da da da, if he actually is still married to me, he must not want to go nowhere. You feel me? And I think she came out and was like, ain't nothing about you I can respect. And it's like, nah, that ain't it, sis. You can't do somebody that dirty who held you down and was giving you praises while you was in jail. Yes, he is wrong if he actually cheated on you. Yes. You feel me? But he brought your daughter up there. He ain't slander your name. He made sure to keep things straight. It seems like y'all have decent money still, but nah, you ain't do my dog right. You feel me? Don't let nobody play in y'all face, bruh. Don't let nobody ever feel like you don't got no motion. I don't care what nobody say. Because when they feel like that, they feel like they could talk to you, treat you, say anything to you, and do anything to you any kind of way. Nah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Don't let nobody feel like they ever have that leg up or that they can operate without you and you're lesser than them in a relationship. You feel me? And I know Remy actually feeling she feeling some type of way, like big energy fam. She feeling some type of way about this shit because you know it's real when a dude one asks you for a divorce multiple times, and then your husband falls asleep on the phone with another woman. Nah, that man took. And I think Remy played. She played, fam. I don't care what nobody say. Sis played on bruh top. Like she thought it was sweet. It's never sweet. It's never sweet. It's you nobody's ever safe, especially in this game of love. Like I know I talk about relationships all the time, but look, this is real warfare. Don't think it's sweet all the time. You gotta make sure that you're doing your due diligence to protect what you got. Don't think that you too cool and that what you do to other people can't happen to you because you too powerful. You feel me? Remy really thought like this man is not leaving me. And so I could do whatever I want on him. And it's like, nah, sis. Cause you wouldn't be mad if he said he asked you for a divorce multiple times and the man, y'all still living in the same house, you still doing this, that, and the third. He still got to take your daughter to school. It's something here that you ain't acknowledging. You don't want to look like the bad person, Remy. We get it. I feel you. You don't want to look like the bad guy because you went to jail. You the one who he had to hold down, and he was over here having this at least publicly good persona. Like it was women who looked at this man and thought he was like the type of man every man need to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a poster child for being a good husband or a good man. You feel me? While he was locked up. So, nah, bro. I think because you thought it was sweet, you took advantage of my dog, and because you took advantage of him, you felt like everybody should understand. So now you want to turn, when the tables turn and make you start looking like the person you actually are, taking advantage, being disrespectful, cheating out loud. I'm not saying he ain't do it, but you the one who we know is cheating for a fact first. And then now he want a divorce. He trying to leave you. And now he got another shorty. Nah, sis, you don't got this one. You you feel me? You can't never hold no good man down. I know you thought you could, but you can't. He's loyal, but not loyal to a fault. He ain't no sucker. So, Pat, man, I hope you get out of this situation. I hope they still end up having a decent co-parenting relationship and all that. But nah, bro, never let nobody ever feel like you're safe to play with, especially in a relationship. It ain't safe. You feel me? Man, and on that note, man, we about to clock out. I'll see y'all next time. Remember to follow and subscribe. Peace.